What's good, y'all? As you can tell by the title, I had a profitable day, but I'm still upset with myself. Point being is that if I would have held the trade, if I would have stuck to my strategy, I would have cleared 60 ticks. A 1 to 3. There was even a part in the live stream where I called it. I called it out clean. It was like 4 confluences. I should have just hopped in. If we were back testing, I would have hopped in, no problem. I wouldn't even thought about it. And price went up and I would have cleared that 60 tick real quick in like 20 minutes. And I got sidetracked from other things that were going on, like the order book. I was looking how many orders were coming in and I started doubting myself. I mean, check it out if you don't believe me.
It's like we're getting a bounce off this zone on the ES. Yeah, where is the, let me look at the pivot points real quick. Pivots, it's on a pivot point. So the highs and the low, yesterday's highs is at a pivot point. So this is a pretty strong area. That was a bounce off the zone, hammer candle. All right, I'm hopping in let's see how this candle plays out. In the last 10 seconds, if we get like a bullish engulfing candle on this, I will hop in a long. Everything's kind of going. All right, so 48 seconds left. I'm gonna get ready for a long here. This is a bounce off that zone. Bounce off the pivot point. Bounce off the daily high. It's all looking for longs. Like it's looking good for a long. I don't even know how many confluences that was, but we just need a bullish engulfing bar. Doesn't look like we're gonna get it. Maybe we will.
People ask me what's the hardest part about being a trader, right? And I feel like it's yourself. It's you. Okay, there's the discipline factor where you need to be disciplined and not overtrade, but there's also the discipline factor of letting your strategy play through, not getting worried or scared, and just kind of going into robot mode, where you're kind of just the machine and you need to just execute your trades and let them unfold and let them run. It's been almost 2 years now I've been trading. I've gone through courses, I've gone through mentorships, I paid money for all of that. I've gone through the whole YouTube thing, tested out multiple strategies, and just kind of circled back to what worked for me. And now that I found something that has been working, I'm starting to struggle with the psychological part of trading, which is when you're live. Because again, my back testing, which I did last Saturday, I'll throw a link up, 66% win rate and no indicators, just price action. In the beginning, going into this week, I did really well. If you looked at my last videos, you can see that I was profitable. I even, I cleared 700, 800. I just stuck to the script. During this week, I felt it started tapering off as far as like me being a robot, right? The execution is there. It's just, I start getting sidetracked with different things. An example would be the Bookmap. I love the Bookmap. It helps a lot, but at the same time, just as much as it helps, it could also hurt you. Right? You start seeing things that you normally wouldn't see if you're just doing price action, start doubting your trades. So I feel like, not many people touch like too much on the psychology aspect of trading. So in the group, I always stress the psychology, and it's just one of those things being like, trust your system. If you have a successful win rate, if you're practicing and you're back testing, let those trades play out. You're going to lose. That's part of trading. But if you're not losing as much and when you win, you're winning more, then your risk to reward should help you get through. So that's what that's what's kind of I've been thinking about all day. That's what's been just kind of going through my mind was I could have cleared 60 ticks multiple times. Probably, I think twice I could have cleared 60 ticks. It's just sticking to your strategy and letting it just unfold. So that's kind of the lesson that I got from today. Again, it's always good to remind yourself because when you're trading live, it's just a different story. Like I said, back testing's great, but when you're trading live, you have to kind of just shut off that emotional side that starts getting in the way of your plan. So I feel like it's just something that people need to talk about more. Yeah, the hardest part about trading is yourself. And if you don't stick to your plan, you're going to miss out. So, all right, I'll catch y'all on the next one. So this is the first trade right here, was crude oil, right? So I took a stop, like I took a L. I don't know. We lost, I went in 2 contracts. I think I was down like maybe around 300, something like that. But pretty much, I just thought it was going to continue to go up, right? Now, this zone was drawn out, but the fact that we were in this zone already, real tough, I drew this zone out because it was just hard to find a zone. So I think I went to the 1 hour and I went way back here. I think maybe even the 4 hour, just because I couldn't find anything recent. So I had to go back all the way over here to like November, you know what I mean, where price was rejecting. So that was kind of tough. So the zone wasn't super detailed out, but it was just kind of what I had at the moment. So when I hopped in, you know, I just thought nothing of it. I was like, you know what, the zone is probably not being that respected, which it's not. I mean, look, they busted through it. There's a little bit of, you know, retesting up here, but yeah, so I hopped in and the trade went against me. So I hopped in, cleared some profit right here. Things are looking good. Let me go on regular candles. Yeah, saw this, hopped in on the pullback. Technically, I think I just hopped in on this breakout. So there was a breakout from this zone right here. Came back, thought it was retesting fine. Went up, start struggling. As soon as I saw this bar, I was like, all right, I'm not gonna let it hit my stop loss. My stop loss was like down here, but 20 ticks. I ended up like, I think getting stopped out 16 or 12 or something like that. I just kind of pulled the trade early, so I would have got stopped out. So that was the first trade. All right, here's the second trade. Now, this I had on a NinjaTrader. I had a uptrend, right? I knew this was the daily high. I think this was a pivot point, as you saw in the clip earlier. It bounced. This is where I would have gotten in if I was back testing, right? Just off of a bounce. Like, all right, it bounced. It's at high. At a zone, you know, a support zone. This is a no-brainer. So yeah, I would have cleared. So instead, once they broke this area, they went up, did a pullback. I got in on this bar because this was a high momentum bar. They broke this high. There was a lot of contracts in this area, so that was the thing. I was looking at the contracts, knowing that, you know, it could serve as a resistance. But pretty much what happened is I took profit. It started to range up here. I was thinking it's ranging because of this area, so I just took profit and closed it. 26 ticks. In reality, I would have cleared it. 60 ticks. Look at this. I would have cleared it. Price came back down, right? Pulled back to my entry and then just took off. That's 60 ticks I would have cleared. Right? So that's trade number 2. And again, if I would have got in on this zone off the bounce, here's a pullback. Say I would have got in this zone, I would have cleared it here. Okay. If I would have gotten on the bounce, I would have cleared it. So that's what I'm saying. I was pretty upset with myself that I just didn't go with the strategy. I just didn't let it play through. I didn't hold the trade even at this area. Okay. Once it was struggling, this was the third trade right here. When it was struggling, I knew it was gonna fall, and it did. It fell. Okay, I actually wrote it all the way down to here, and then as soon as I saw this engulfing bullish engulfing bar, I hopped out. So that 12 ticks, but 2 contracts. I was doing 2 contracts for each trade. Okay, so yeah, you know, walking away with 380 by the end of the day. Made the money back from oil, and then had a little bit of profit from this trade, and then another 200, I guess, from this trade. But again, not very happy with the way I handled these trades. I could have cleared the 60 ticks, and yeah, the only thing you can do is really learn from it and just get better. And that's what I'm gonna try tomorrow. This is what I'm gonna do tomorrow. Is I'm just gonna be a machine. Trust the system, let it unfold, and come out profitable. I'll catch y'all tomorrow then. All right, peace.